Good morning and welcome back. My name is James. I have made several tutorial videos before. It's kind of windy today where I live here in Texas. It's not raining, but I want today to cater to all the newbies out there that have just bought a drone, that have just bought a DJI Mini 5 Pro or any type of drone, because I'm going to give you some pointers. I've been flying drones for about 10 years now. And when I first got my first drone, I said, okay, let's just pop the battery in. Let's just boot it up. Let's fly it. No, there's several things you have to do. When you purchase a new drone, you have to make sure that if you have a controller, like I'm holding right now, the RC2 controller, is that all of the firmware on the controller as well as the drone itself is up to date. You want to be sure to calibrate your compass. You want to be sure to calibrate the drone itself. You want to make sure that everything is up to date, and you want to make sure that you've gone through all the tutorials, online tutorials like this. And what I'm doing here today, I have my DJI Mic Mini plugged into my RC2 controller. I have the transmitter plugged into the USB-C port. I have the DJI Mini mic attached to myself, and I'm recording screen. And the way to record screen is you pull down on the main screen, and you can see right there in the center, record screen. You hit it, it will record the screen and audio. You can adjust your brightness, you can adjust the volume, all that on this help screen. So let's go ahead and go back to the drone screen. I'm going to go ahead and start recording on the drone itself, but I will only be playing this screen recording as a tutorial. First of all, if you have the DJI Mini 5 Pro, make sure that you're connected to satellites. Make sure that you are in the normal mode and not in the sport mode.
Obstacle sensing unavailable.
If you put it in the sport mode, your obstacle sensors will not be working, so go back to normal mode. Let's go ahead and hit the takeoff button on the left side of the screen. We're going to hold down the takeoff button, and we're going to take off. Now I am on my porch, so you can see the sensors all around the screen, that there are surroundings around the drone that are wooden, that are, I have rails, I have wooden posts, I have the wall and everything. And the only way for me to fly out is to go real soft. We're going to go forward. We're going to get away from obstacles. And when you are flying for the first time, make sure that the drone is facing away from you. Why? Because when you start using the controls, and they're pretty easy to learn, the left stick, if the controls are set right, if you push up on the left stick, the drone will go up. If you push down on the left stick, the drone will come back down. If you push to the left with the left stick, it will rotate to the left. And if you push right with the left stick, the drone will rotate to the left and stay in this standard position. Okay, the right stick, if you push forward, the drone is going to go forward. It's going to move forward. If you push backwards, the drone is going to fly backwards. If you push left, the drone itself will fly left, and if you push right, the drone itself will fly right. Now, it's very important, if you have a brand new drone and you are testing out the functionality of it, be sure to have the drone facing away from you so that these controls are in line with the way that you're actually moving the drone with these buttons. So if I were to turn the drone around towards me, towards my porch, hey everybody, I don't know if you can barely see me there. Hey everybody. Now, when I push to the left, the drone is going to go the opposite way. When I push to the right, the drone is going to go the opposite way. When I push forward, it's going to come towards me, and when I push backwards, it's going to go away from me. So it's very important, and always know this, to always have the drone facing away from you to learn the controls. I'm going to do a basic fly around. I'm going to go ahead and push up on the left stick. And as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, these are the obstacle sensing cameras on the DJI RC2. You can look at all angles. You can look at the right side, you can look at the left side, you can look at the forward view, you look at the backward view, and I'm going to hit the lock and lock it in the backward view. I'm going to, bottom left, I'm going to hit the main screen again. I'm going to go ahead and get up above the trees, push up on the left stick, make sure there's nothing under you, no power lines, no trees with small branches. You have to be very careful with the DJI Mini 5 Pro because if there are power lines nearby, and if there are trees without leaves with small branches, most likely the obstacle sensors are not going to catch that. I'm going to click on my auto mode. I had it on pro mode, so the camera was not bright enough. I apologize for that. Left roll is the gimbal rolling up and down. I have the right gimbal set to rotate, and you can do these in your fine settings. I also have the C button set to cruise control. So if you're brand new and you have just purchased the Mini 5 Pro, the best thing to do is go ahead and start in cinema mode. Why do you start in cinema mode? Because it slows down all of the actions that you do with the drone. Now, I have cruise control set, so if I start flying forward, if I go up a little bit, and if I start flying forward, push the right stick forward, I can hold down the C2 button, and what's going to happen is it's going to start flying on its own. So right now we're in cruise control mode. I do not have my hands on any of the knobs. The drone is moving. I can turn to the right. I can turn to the left. And like I said, when it's in cruise control, all you do is worry about the motions. Where are you going to fly next? Where are you going to go to next? There's my home here. There is the home point. So I'm going to hit the right, the RC2 button, and take it off of cruise control. So I have total control of the craft. Always be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of traffic. Always be aware of people, especially if you're flying at low levels. Like, I will show you why. I'm going to go ahead and come on down. Now, the drone is facing away from me. I'm going to push it to the right stick to the right. The drone is going to go to the right. I'm going to pull down on the left stick. The drone is going to come down. I'm going to pull it right stick back towards me to come closer to my home. I'm going to continue to come down with the left stick. Very smooth, very good. So I'm going to come down to roughly about 3 feet above the ground. So I'm going to show you why you have to be very cautious when you're in the normal mode, and especially the sport mode, because if you're in the sport mode, obstacle sensing is unavailable. Let me show you why this is important, because I'm going to push forward all the way on the right stick, and you're going to see how fast the Mini 5 Pro will fly in sport mode. You just have to be very cautious of your surroundings, be very cautious of trees like in front of me, and be very cautious of people. Let's take a look here. Let's go. So we are going over 30 miles per hour. We're going roughly 35 miles per hour. And I'm going to let off. Now, if we turn around, we're probably going to be going with the wind, so we will probably hit 40 miles per hour. But like I said, be very cautious. Be very cautious of your surroundings. Watch out for trees. Watch out for animals. Watch out for people. Okay, let's go full blast back towards my house and see what speed we get. $35, $37, $38, $40 miles per hour. 41 miles per hour, people. So as small as the DJI Mini 5 Pro is, 40 something miles per hour is pretty quick. I mean, you could hurt somebody at 40 something miles per hour. If you're above the trees and you want to travel somewhere fast and there's not a lot of things happening in the distance, if we go ahead and go up, let me show you how fast 42 miles an hour is. I mean, this thing ain't messing around. Drone is straight down. We're going 41 miles per hour with this tiny drone. Now, be very careful. Like I said, watch for obstacles. I have a radio tower here. There are guide cables that come off of this radio tower. I stay away from that tower. There are power lines that go down the side of the road. There are trees that are missing leaves that are not sensed by the obstacle sensors. So let's go ahead and go. 25 miles per hour. I'm going to put it in normal mode and show you how fast the speed is. Normal mode, we go full speed ahead, roughly 26 miles per hour. Now let's go into cinema mode and see how fast the speed is set. Cinema mode, we're only going to go to about 13 to 14 miles per hour. When you turn in the cinema mode, everything moves a lot slower. There are birds flying around me. I need to watch out for that. Let's go ahead and fly ahead and come on down near my house. We're going to come down in altitude. We are in the cinema mode, so everything is moving slower. I have a little more control over the controller. 73 feet in the air. I'm going to have a look down to see where I'm at and adjacent to the home point. I'm going to continue flying forward. Make sure that you are clearing any obstacles before you come down. That's why I bring the camera all the way down. So if we go up a little bit, the camera is facing straight down. And we come over a little bit. Once we start descending, the drone there is a fence between the home point and the mark that you see right there on the screen. So there is a fence. You have to be aware of that. I'm going to go ahead and point back up. The drone is starting to come into view. Now the drone is right in front of me in cinema mode. If I push to the left with the drone facing away from me, the drone is going to go slowly to the left. If I push to the right, the drone is going to go slowly to the right with the right stick. If you push forward with the right stick, you go forward. If you push back with the right stick, you go backward. Now, cinema mode is a lot safer if you just now bought the Mini 5 Pro because you have a little more control. Sport mode, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for obstacles, so be very careful. As I said again, the left stick, if you push up, it goes up in altitude. If you push down, it comes down in altitude. If you push left on the left stick, it rotates left and rotates right. So if you're new out there, just be aware of your surroundings. Make sure that all of your firmware is updated. Make sure that everything is good. Let's go ahead and return to home and see if this thing lands on my porch.
Complex environment ahead.
Okay.
Continuously monitor environment during RTH.
Now I'm going to hit C2 and I'm going to have my hand over the pause button in case something happens. It should come in exactly as I flew out. Coming in. Rotating. And it is landing on the exact spot that I took off in when I first brought the drone up after it read the satellites. So there we go. I'm going to stop recording. Have a good day. Enjoy your new drones. Be very careful with them. Some of them are very expensive toys. Watch out for people. Watch out for animals. Watch out for fences, power lines, and like I said, trees with no leaves. They are obstacles, even though you have obstacle avoidance. If you have a different type of drone, make sure all drones, including the Mini 5 Pro, is facing away from you so you can get the controller options down. In the DJI RC2, there are tutorial videos that will show you how to do this. I highly recommend that you go through the tutorial videos before you start flying. But if you are flying, fly in a big open area like this pasture here. Fly in an open area and be safe, people. Have a good day. I hope this helped. Enjoy flying and be careful out there.